With the popularity of Cal Kestis' journey continuing in Jedi Survivor, it's fitting to compare him to his counterpart from the Star Wars Legends universe. Starkiller, from the renowned Force Unleashed series, is a suitable analog for this matchup. Both characters wield dual sabers, survived Order 66, and operate during dark times. With 2 games and a few novels under their belt, their stories have unfolded in intriguing ways. While this matchup might seem one-sided to some, there's more to both characters than meets the eye. Each saber wielder boasts 2 video games, and Cal's growth and power add depth to the discussion. But before we dive into it, we post death battles like these every week, and if that's something you think you'll enjoy, be sure to hit that subscribe button. As a Legends connoisseur, I'll delve into Cal Kestis' abilities throughout the video, but let's start by examining Starkiller. He's the son of 2 Jedi escapees of Order 66, taken in by Darth Vader as his secret apprentice. After his sacrificial death, he was cloned and returned even stronger. This rogue Jedi is known for his immense strength and has been compared to the Broly of Star Wars. His control over the Force's power remains unparalleled. Starkiller's feats in The Force Unleashed 2 offer insight into his power. He charges his own Force lightning to cleave an Imperial Star Destroyer in half. Starkiller's own Force energy is the basis for his feats, and these should scale back to him. This means his other abilities like Force Push, Repulse, Force Valor, and other stats should roughly align with this level. The Force he wields is essentially his life energy, harnessed for his combat abilities. Regarding his most famous feat of telekinetically moving a Star Destroyer, which is estimated to weigh around 40 million tons. The Starkiller clone is stronger than the original, with Galen Merrick growing stronger in the first game as he learns about his past. The clone does this throughout The Force Unleashed 2, even fighting the Gorog, a massive Rancor-eating monster. This guy was so strong that he could crack the moon in 2, but despite that, Starkiller still managed to block much of this energy with his Force barrier and ended up defeating him. While one might try to scale Starkiller to the power of peak Darth Vader or Darth Sidious, context shows that he's not in their tier of power. In the second novel, it's implied that Vader underestimated Starkiller's power and was defeated in their first bout. By the second game, Vader was overpowering Galen, only losing due to Force lightning. Cal Kestis, on the other hand, was not the child of prophecy, destined for greatness, or even a standout among other Padawans. His defining trait was survival. After surviving Order 66 and the Jedi Purge, Cal went into hiding in Bracca. He lived as a scraper for many years, allowing his Force powers to fade into the past. However, his past caught up with him when he encountered the Inquisitorius, thrusting him back into war. Alongside former Jedi Master Seer Junda, Cal resisted the Empire and fought back when possible. His limited Padawan training gradually returned to him, and he grew in confidence and power through battles against Jedi hunters trained by Darth Vader. Cal learned new Force techniques and honed his lightsaber skills under his new master. Eventually, Cal released Dagan Gera from stasis, leading to a battle against the fallen Jedi. Dagan was a Jedi from the High Republic era. While he might not be the strongest Jedi of that era, he's comparable to the tier just below notable Jedi like Porter Engle, Yoda, and Avar Kriss. Dagan is considered one of the Jedi Order's finest warriors, and by the time of his final duel, his power had fully returned. Dagan managed to defeat Ravis, a Jedi powerful enough that it took numerous Jedi Knights to subdue him after his fall. Ravis claims that Cal is likely Dagan's equal, and Cal's victory over Dagan in battle confirms this. Insofar as speed is concerned, Starkiller's Force-augmented agility allows him to react to and deflect blaster bolts, described as moving at the speed of light in the lore. Similarly, Cal's reaction speeds are noted to be faster than light, evidenced by his ability to react to static objects while traveling through hyperspace. Starkiller's combat speed is also consistent with this, as he replicates feats like Mace Windu's deflection of blaster lasers, moving at the speed of light, and Anakin Skywalker's reaction to halt a cruiser in hyperspace. While Starkiller might not directly scale to the peak of Darth Vader's speed, his ability to keep up with Vader across the fights suggests he operates within these speed ranges. Starkiller is known to have practically perfected saber combat, focusing on two main styles, Juya and Surisu. Juya is highly aggressive and dangerous, requiring mastery of other forms to perform effectively. Surisu is designed for defense, enabling the simultaneous blocking of projectiles and close-range weapons. Starkiller's defeat of Vader in The Force Unleashed 2 was aided by circumstantial factors, but still, the fact that he could even keep up with a seasoned and elite combatant like Vader is remarkable, showcasing his high aptitude for every dueling style. But Cal isn't too far behind. He can go head-to-head with Dagan, who represents the highest skill level of one of the Order's finest Jedi from the High Republic era. Cal's mastery of several stances allows him to adapt his fighting style on the fly, wielding single or double-bladed lightsabers, a crossguard, or even using a blaster in conjunction with a reverse blade grip. In terms of Force abilities, Starkiller possesses a wide range, including telekinesis, telepathy, Force push, Force choke, Force repulse, Force lightning, and Force rage. His mastery of the ability Diminish allows him to absorb or deflect energy, like blaster bolts or Force lightning. These abilities generally scale to each other, allowing Starkiller to employ them with power levels consistent with his Teraton level capabilities. Similarly, Cal's abilities should scale to this range as well. In summary, both Starkiller and Cal Kestis exhibit exceptional combat skills and a variety of Force abilities that align with their respective power levels. Assuming we take both at their peak strength, Cal wouldn't fare well at all. He has very good showings, of course, and he did defeat 2 Inquisitors in combat, which is no small feat. But basically, at least combat-wise, everything he can do at the end of Fallen Order, Starkiller can do it better at the beginning of The Force Unleashed, and he only grows stronger from then. Cal's training was interrupted when he was still a Padawan. He spent 5 years without practice and had to progressively rebuild his connection with the Force through many battles and travels to reach the level of Jedi Knight. Starkiller, on the other hand, spent almost a decade under intense training under Darth Vader, the current best and most powerful fighter in the galaxy bar the Emperor, many times better than Cal's late master. Cal has access to Force Push, Force Pull, and Double Jump, but so does Starkiller, only the latter is simply more powerful. Starkiller also has access to Force Lightning. The only thing Cal has in his favor is the Force Freeze, but Starkiller is probably far too powerful for that to work. Duel-wise, Cal was able to defeat the 9th Sister and 2nd Sister, even though each of them gave him a hell of a hard time. And though Inquisitors were former Jedi themselves, they were shown to hardly be better than your average Jedi, and no match for a Master. And while Cal was able to defeat them, he couldn't hold a candle to Canon Vader. Starkiller, right after completing his training, came up against Master Ram Koda and defeated him. He then took on more and more powerful opponents until fighting Legends Vader. Now, Legends Vader was much less impressive than Canon Vader, but he was still head and shoulders above almost everyone else. And Starkiller was able to beat him. There would really be no contest, as Starkiller is stronger than any opponent Cal has beaten. Thank you for sticking around and watching this video until the end. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to catch more content like this every week. Until next time.